Heavyweight division semi-final right now. We have Kaynan Duarte in the white on top, representing Atos, going up against Gabriel Oliveira in the blue, representing Alliance.
Gabriel looking sharp with a big waiter sweep, almost up into the mount position. This would be huge. Not the mount, but gets the 2 points.
Almost gets the mount, but the advantage. Man, that is an early shot across the bows, and I don't think Kaynan Duarte was quite expecting that.
Gabriel looking sharp, coming out with a big guard pull right into a solid attack. Kaynan's facial expression looking unbothered, coming back to the center. Very composed.
Single leg X for Kaynan here. I feel like that may have woken him up, because Kaynan has looked pretty much untouchable this weekend. His sole loss this weekend came to Nicholas Marigali in the Absolute Division semi-final. He submitted every single one of his other matches this weekend. Really in a bad position to almost end up in underneath the mountain in the first 30 seconds of the match. Not many people expected that. We saw this in his earlier match. When Shaji was commentating with us, we watched Gabriel Oliveira and Mateus Godoy. His posture, the Alliance black belt, his posture is just so solid. And right now you can see that Kaynan's doing his best. But yes, gets the sweep.
Really good control of the upper body of Kaynan with that left hand, but kind of chooses to release it and right back up to the feet. I think Kaynan's definitely going to be looking to open the guard and start to pass right away. Definitely conscientious of that sweep here.
Yeah, he stands though. I think he's going to be aware of that sweep. And I'd be surprised if Gabriel catches him with that twice. You know.
Mm-hmm. Nice, almost going to have the guard open here, but he has to be careful with his right arm in the overwrap. Trying to control the sleeve, but Kaynan's still able to open the guard and kind of force this half guard. This is a really good position for Kaynan to start working into. His head is nice and low.
Gabriel just slid down the legs, and Kaynan just immediately in the passing position. That's about as good as he could hope for.
Yeah, I'm not sure what his right arm is doing. Gabriel's doing a good job controlling the left sleeve of Kaynan so that he's not able to go into a crossface. He's not able to control the sleeve and pull up. But because Kaynan's being patient and keeping his hips smashed into Gabriel's hips, then it's really a game of patience here with the left hand, of Kaynan's left hand and the sleeve grip here, to be able to move closer up to the body and start to really solidify the pass. But there's no rush here, 7 minutes, and definitely don't want to rush a position like this and lose and have the guard recovery come into play. So Kaynan will be looking on his right side probably for an underhook or a grip around the hips on the lower back, the belt. The left hand will be looking for the crossface when he's able to get it. Interesting, Gabriel is not only grabbing the sleeve of Kaynan, but his left hand is reaching across the collar and using it as a nice frame, just kind of keeping the pressure off as much as he can. Kaynan will try to keep his hips in here to avoid Gabriel's left knee from coming back in to recover the guard, whether it's a knee shield or maybe brings his left foot back in for a butterfly hook. That's typically going to be Gabriel's goal right now. So we do see that left knee enter kind of back into play, and we're back into more of an open guard now. Kaynan does such a great job of clearing those collar grips as soon as he feels his posture is being broken. And now into another little passing sequence, we have a nice heavy pressure, clearing that knee shield. But Gabriel doing a great job of keeping that left knee inside, now switching back to a De La Riva.
I love the way that Kaynan competes. He's never in a hurry, right? He is always just so calm. You never see him you really see him out of position, but when he's in control, he just cruises to victory. He makes it look so easy.
Yeah, he's been gradually turning up the heat a little bit in this passing sequence. So now we see his left foot come over the top of the hamstring of Gabriel, which is going to negate any sweeps that Gabriel would try to get going with that left grip on the belt. And it also allows a space for his knee to come through either into a knee cut if he goes to the left side, or over the top of the hip if he opts to go straight into the mount. So it's kind of going to be up to him depending on where he wants to go, either the knee cut or the mounted position here. But because
as this Atos black belt Kaynan Duarte competes here on mat number 3, Atos black belt Lucas Hulk has just won a match by choke over on mat 1, and it looks like it's going to be a closeout again at medium heavyweight with Hulk and Batista both finally through into the finals. So pretty good weekend for these guys so far, and I think that right now it may be 2-2. Believe it or not, there's still one advantage for Gabriel Oliveira, so Kaynan definitely does need to pass this guard or get a submission.
Yeah, right now,
even though he's in control, he's losing.
Right, exactly. But I think he's being patient. He knows he has 4 minutes on the board. He has Galvao in his corner, kind of coaching him through the strategy here. But right now, the only thing saving Gabriel is his right arm is threaded through the back of the thigh of Kaynan, and he has the lapel. So the only risk here is Kaynan does have a strong underhook that keeps the shoulders stapled. But if he knee cuts to the left, because that lapel's in the way, if he doesn't break that lapel grip, then it does leave the opportunity for Gabriel to come up and almost start to come up with like a single leg type position. So he may look to go to the mount instead of the knee cut, but he's going to have to play the threats off of one another. And he's going to start to probably get a little bit more determined to finish this pass now that we're getting closer to the 3-minute mark. Doesn't want to leave any risk. And here we see a almost like a little windshield wiper over right into side control, but that lapel grip really helping Gabriel out, just keeping Kaynan at bay. Be interesting to see Kaynan walk that right arm up and really expose the left elbow of Gabriel. We'll just kind of loosen up the position of the lapel grip because it would spread Gabriel's body out more. So it is interesting to me, too, that he opts to let go of the crossface, kind of loses the control of the head. But now he's going to grab a lapel of his own, probably secure everything in and keep Gabriel stapled to the mat. But now we see a much better knee cut position from Kaynan. So his knee is clear towards the ground. He's going to kick that foot off with his left leg. He's going to come into a nice side control position here.
Staples him down, although look at that. You can see that
Not quite to the pass.
Oliveira manages to, he denies him the pass points, somehow manages to recover guard. Huge bridge.
Kaynan will get the advantage. So now the score is even with only 2 minutes left, feeding a nice cross-collar grip with his right hand. I think Kainan's going to look to pass again with that that Bahal-style knee cut slash cross-collar choke here.
Oh, that's a beautiful cross-collar choke. Look how deep that is, and that lever, that it's like a pry bar, like a crowbar.
Yeah, exactly like a crowbar, just rotating the face through. And a nice control with the sleeve on the left hand. So before, Gabriel was controlling that sleeve and preventing Kaynan from going for a crossface, but now Kaynan had control. Could get the finish here. This is looking pretty tight.
Absolutely can. I have no shame in admitting that I've been tapped out from that position in the past. I've hung out there in half guard with that lapel through the legs thinking, I'm good, and then, nope.
Yeah, it chooses to back step now, so an interesting rotation into just a different passing sequence here, but that lapel is proving to be a little bit tricky from Gabriel. It just kind of keeps Kainan's leg locked in. It doesn't really offer a whole lot of offense for Gabriel until he creates space enough to come up for the sweep, but it does keep Kaynan from passing. But now he is creating that space, and he will be able to off-balance Kaynan now that he has the legs locked with the knee inside.
That lapel
he could tilt him.
Yeah, that lapel through the legs is definitely frustrating. It's not ideal for Kaynan.
Well, and this is a good sweep position too. I mean, Gabriel can tilt him to the left and knock him over without any real post from Kaynan. So Kainan's doing a good job keeping his weight to the left now. Gabriel will sweep to his left. Yeah. Gabriel will sweep to his left or Kainan's right, the side of the trap knee. But Kainan's doing a good job keeping that left knee stapled to the ground. Now the pressure released a little bit. Right elbow tucked inside. About 15 seconds left here. Most likely see a referee's decision, but Kaynan looking to pass again, opening. Last final seconds here. We're going to finish out with an even score and go to a judge's decision.
Wow. That was a lot closer than I was expecting it to be. I'll be honest that, you know, the durability and the defense from that guard pass as well was something else.
It was impressive.
I mean, Gabriel Oliveira's huge bridge and not accepting that position.
Well, in his first attack, I mean, that huge sweep
That
right into the
huge
almost
sweep,
mount.
yeah.
Almost into the mount. That was very, very close.
And, you know, we'll see if those are factors when the judges now make their decision, because it was a very even bout, but let's see. Unanimous for Kaynan Duarte, who will advance through into the final. His opponent to be determined by the match that's currently taking place down on mat 1. We will find that out a little later. Well, we have more matches coming up in just a second. Don't go anywhere. Felipe Pena versus Eric Moniz right here on mat 3. Be right back.